In more headlines, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's ethics advisor has resigned. Lord Geidt gave no details other than to say that he felt it was the right thing to do. And the England and Wales Cricket Board brings charges against Yorkshire and several individuals over allegations of racism.
A man confesses to killing a British journalist and his local guide in Brazil and leads police to where he buried the bodies.
The Prime Minister's ethics advisor, Lord Geidt, resigns a day after saying there was a legitimate question over whether Boris Johnson broke ministerial rules.
A stark warning that the number of ambulances queuing at hospitals in England is leading to a dangerous increase in 999 response times.
He was on his own, and he knew he was on his own, and he must have felt abandoned, alone on his bedroom floor.
Good morning. Avoid travelling if possible, but if you must, then plan ahead. Rail bosses are warning about the massive disruption ahead of next week's National Railway strike, the biggest in decades. I'll have the details on how it could affect you.
Good morning. British Gymnastics braces itself for the independent report into abuse at all levels of the sport, which will finally be published this afternoon after 2 years in the making.
Interest rates in the UK. They're currently at 1%, the highest they've been for 13 years. It may rise even more. The Bank of England has another rate-setting meeting today.
Yes, Ben, just talk us through the day ahead.
Yes, you may well wonder why would the Bank of England put interest rates up and make borrowing more expensive when people are feeling the cost of living pressures in so many ways? Well, inflation is the problem. It's currently at 9%. That's the rate at which average prices are going up. The bank's responsibility is to keep that in check. Its target is 2%. That's the ideal inflation rate, so we are way above that. The bank tends to put interest rates up when prices are going up to try and control that and stop things becoming unaffordable. In May, it raised the base rate to 1%. Now, that's the highest level for 13 years. The base rate, basically, it's the cost of borrowing money, and it's used as a benchmark by high street banks and lenders for the interest rates they charge you and me for things like credit cards, loans, and crucially, mortgages. Now, we should say most people won't be affected right away because a third of people actually rent, a third of people own their home outright, and the remaining third who have a mortgage, most are on fixed deals. It's only those who are on variable or tracker mortgages that are affected.